swerve, nah, bitch, I'm boo-boo man. Boo-boo swerve, nah, bitch, I'm boo-boo man. Boo-boo swerve, nah, bitch, I'm boo-boo man.
What's going on, YouTube, man? Swarsky back with another reaction video, man. I don't know if this was sent by Ricky Fuckiana or if it was on my feed or if it was sent from Slimeball KD. You know what I'm saying? Shout out them boys for the video recommendations, though. And love on the gas on y'all life. It's merch. But today in this video, we finna react to why did the sheriff shoot a judge during lunch break. What's going on? What's going on? So he voluntarily crashed out because he a sheriff, so he know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Right? If you follow your boy, drop a like on the video, because when you drop a like, it push me up in the algorithm. Share, subscribe if you new, and share, comment y'all thoughts on this bitch
between
below.
Two county officials turn into Sheriff Mickey Steins drawing his service pistol and fatally shooting Judge Kevin Mullins. And why was the sheriff convinced that this was the only way to save his family from imminent danger? Let's go back to September 19th, 2024 in Whitesburg, Kentucky, a town of about 1,700 nestled in the heart of Appalachia. Around 2 p.m., Sheriff Sean Mickey
his ass look creepy as hell.
Steins, a 43-year-old law enforcement veteran, is seen having lunch with 54-year-old District Judge Kevin Mullins inside the judge's chambers at the Letcher County Courthouse. The two men knew each other very well. Mullins had appointed Steins as his bailiff years earlier, and Steins has served as sheriff for nearly 8 years, often responsible for the judge's security. But something goes terribly wrong.
So your security guard slimed your ass out? Oh my goodness.
Surveillance footage, later presented in court, captures a chilling sequence. At around 2:50 p.m., Steins is seen using both his and Mullins' cell phones to make calls to his daughter. Minutes later, an argument erupts. The details of exactly what was said remains under wraps, but the outcome is devastating. Steins draws his service pistol and fires multiple rounds at Mullins, who scrambles to shield himself behind his desk. The judge is struck and collapses. Judge Mullins is pronounced dead at the scene. Steins, in a move that stuns onlookers,
He made sure.
Fires multiple rounds at Mullins.
He made sure.
Who scrambles to shield himself behind his desk. The judge is struck and collapses. Judge Mullins is pronounced dead at the scene. Steins, in a move that stuns onlookers, walks calmly out of the courthouse onto Main Street. Local attorney Tyler Ward, who...
Look at this player bill right here. Look at that, look at that, look at that. It look like he, god damn, humpback ass nigga.
Witnessed Stein moments later, described him as composed, not even unholstering his sidearm as he stepped outside.
Oh, I got the red dot in the middle of the
Steins turns himself into authorities, offering no resistance. As he's taken into custody, he makes a cryptic statement to police. "They are trying to kidnap my wife and kid." This single sentence would become a cornerstone of the mystery surrounding his motive. To understand this case, we need to know the two men involved. Kevin Mullins was a pillar of Letcher County. Born and raised in Jackhorn, just a few miles from Whitesburg, he was appointed as a district judge for Kentucky's 47th District Court all the way back in 2009. Voters re-elected him in 2010, again in 2014, 2018, and 2022, an absolute testament to his reputation as a fair and dedicated public servant. At 54, Mullins was known for his commitment to his community, often working long hours to serve a region grappling with economic challenges amid the opioid crisis. Sheriff Sean Mickey Steins was equally entrenched in Letcher County. At local through and through, Steins had served as Mullins' bailiff before being elected sheriff in 2016. As sheriff, he oversaw courthouse security personally, served warrants, and led a small team of deputies in a county where personal connections run deep. Described by locals as approachable and professional, Steins was a familiar face at schools, churches, and community events. These weren't two strangers, they were colleagues, possibly even close friends whose lives had intertwined for years.
Tried to kill your
so
daughter
what
and
could
your,
have driven Steins to such an extreme act?
If
To
y'all was
answer that,
homies.
we need to look at the days leading up to the shooting and a lawsuit that may hold critical clues. Only 3 days before the shooting on September 16, 2024, Stein sat in for a deposition in a federal civil lawsuit that had been going since 2022. This lawsuit claimed that Steins had knowledge or should have known about another officer's misconduct that he was supervising, pointing to a failure in oversight. During the deposition, Steins was visibly rattled. According to the plaintiff's attorney, Steins took 10 breaks throughout the proceeding, appeared agitated, and at one point actually said, quote, "I am having an episode, sorry." His behavior was so erratic that the plaintiff's attorney described it as...
So this mental illness is what got his wife. I mean, he ain't killed him, but what got him thinking that his wife and his daughter was finna get kidnapped and or killed. So he killed the judge. The fuck?
as odd and unlike the composed sheriff that he'd known. Stein's attorney later confirmed that he hadn't slept in days and was consumed by paranoia, believing that his family was in danger. You see, in the weeks before the shooting, those close to Steins noted that a change had been occurring. He was sleepless, anxious, and increasingly paranoid. On March 12, 2025, Stein's attorney actually told Court TV that Steins believed his wife and daughter were in, quote, imminent danger from a number of people tied to that 2022 lawsuit's outcome. This wasn't a vague concern. Steins was specific, though the details of who or what he feared remained under investigation. At his preliminary hearing on October 1st, 2024, prosecutors played the surveillance video showing Stein's calm demeanor after the shooting, which contrasted sharply with his reported mental turmoil. His attorney is building an insanity defense, arguing that Steins was under extreme emotional disturbance, unable to actually distinguish right from wrong at the time.
Bro, I ain't gonna even say I done had a panic attack, but I done had a time where I done panicked. Bro, I still know right from wrong. What you mean you had an episode and you was panicking, you ain't know right from wrong, so you went to work with a gun, up the gun, overkill. You ain't just shoot him twice, or like, you feel me, shot him 2-3 times in the neck or the back of the chest. You shot him. I don't know, they ain't say how many times he got shot, but he shot, walked away. Then he went over the desk, shot him again, walked away. Then opened the door, was finna go out the door, turn around again, shot him, then walked away. That's not an episode. You know right from wrong, bro. Like, that's that white people shit I be talking about, bro. If I did that, they wouldn't be going for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if I was whooping like him, I'd be wild. But that's not no mental shit, bro. They always say it's some mental shit. It's not mental. It's not mental. You know right from wrong. You's a grown man. You know right from wrong. Come on now.
Of the shooting.
Come on now.
Now, mental health defenses are rare and difficult to prove, requiring evidence that the defendant was not in control of their actions at the time. Stein's cooperation with police and his calm exit from the courthouse complicate this narrative, but his cryptic statements and erratic behavior in the days prior suggest that something was deeply wrong. The Kentucky State Police, led by Detective Clayton Stamper, are still unraveling the motive. The surveillance video shows Steins using both his and Mullins' phones to call his daughter before the shooting, raising questions about what prompted those calls and what occurred during those calls that resulted in the shooting. Forensic analysis of the phones is still ongoing, with no prior calls from Judge Mullins' phones noted that day. The argument that preceded the shooting remains a focal point, but prosecutors have not released specific details citing the active investigation. One theory, and it is just that, a theory, ties back to the lawsuit. The allegations of misconduct in Mullins' chambers may have created tension between the men, especially if Steins believed Mullins was complicit or if he feared that the lawsuit's fallout would ruin his career. Another possibility and theory is that Steins' paranoia led him to misinterpret something that Mullins said or did as a threat to his family. As of April 20th, 2025, no...
I mean, if I misinterpret some shit, I'm gonna ask a nigga what's up about it. I don't know, but if I feel like somebody threatening me and my family gang, I'm like, what you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Then they gon' wanna find out then I'm like, all right, he ain't playing, like, let me go ahead. But like, all paranoia and or you did this off losing your reputation of a lawsuit gang. Come on, my nigga.
No absolute or clear motive has been confirmed, and the grand jury's findings are currently pending. What we do know is that this wasn't a random act. Something snapped in that courthouse, and the answers may lie in the forensic evidence or even Stein's own account if he chooses to share it. Steins was charged with first-degree murder and arrested within minutes of the shooting. On September 25, 2024, he pleaded not guilty during a remote arraignment in Carter County, about 100 miles away, due to the case's sensitivity. On November 25, 2024, he was ordered held without bond, with prosecutors noting the possibility of the death penalty. This case is far from over. A trial date has not yet been set, but when it begins, it will be one of the most closely watched.
Damn, this bitch is real ugly right here. This bitch hideous. But nah, that's a crazy ass type story time. So a nigga basically had a episode or a panic attack of misheard. He misheard the judge say something and thought his daughter and his wife's life was in danger. Oh, they was finna get kidnapped or some shit, right? So he then had an episode and forgot right from wrong and overkilled the judge. He ain't just killed the motherfucker, overkilled the judge. Or they thinking it's because him and the judge was in the courtroom over a lawsuit and the judge said some shit and it would have made him look bad, so he killed him. Either way it go, bro, it's like you over fucking whooping. But let me know what y'all think about that shit in the comments down below.